Every year, NBA teams spend millions scouting and strategizing to land a franchise-altering player in the draft. And the top 10 picks? Those are supposed to be the golden tickets. These are picks that can shift a team's destiny. But what if I told you that one of those picks has been a black hole for over 2 decades?
With the 8th pick,
we're talking about the 8th overall pick. A pick that sounds like it should produce a star. It's still top 10. It's ahead of role player range. It's a spot where franchises expect at least a solid starter, if not a star. This isn't the 20s or 30s. It's not the second round. It's supposed to be valuable. And yet, from 2000 to 2024, the 8th pick has given us 0 All-Stars, 0 Hall of Famers, 0 Rookie of the Year awards, and 0 All-NBA team selections. In 25 years, the 8th pick has produced just 3 championship rings, 2 from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and 1 from Channing Frye. That's right. In 25 years of drafts, this lottery slot has been an NBA talent graveyard. And while some picks have offered hope, the curse always wins. The last time an 8th pick made an All-Star team was Vin Baker in 1995. That was nearly 30 years ago. And before that, the 8th pick gave us Hall of Famers like Robert Parrish, Jack Sikma, and Detlef Schrempf. Back in the 80s and early 90s, the 8th pick actually made a strong reputation. Teams were landing future All-Stars, international legends, and big-time playoff performers. But then something shifted. Since the lottery era matured in the 2000s, this slot has consistently produced disappointment, injuries, inconsistency, or just plain bad decisions. The 8th pick hasn't just failed to live up to expectations, it's been overtaken by lower picks. Since 2000, the 9th pick has produced 7 All-Stars. Even the 10th pick has produced multiple All-NBA players. The 41st pick gave us Nikola Jokic. The 57th gave us Manu Ginobili. Even the 60th gave us Isaiah Thomas, an All-Star. And yet the 8th pick? Nothing. Let's break it down player by player from 2000 to 2024, and while we do, we'll show you how badly this pick has aged compared to players taken later in the very same drafts. We'll also dive a bit deeper into how these players actually played, because sometimes stats don't tell the full story. In 2000, Jamal Crawford was one of the flashiest guards of his generation. His handles were elite, his crossover was nasty, and he became the definition of a microwave scorer. He won the 6th Man of the Year award 3 times and dropped 50 points at age 39. But for all his longevity, he never made an All-Star team. Meanwhile, pick number 43, Michael Redd, became a 1-time All-Star and Olympic gold medalist. 2001, Sagana Diop. Drafted for his size and defense, Diop never developed offensively and barely averaged 2 points per game. He was a serviceable backup center at best. Taken 20 picks later, Tony Parker. Yes, Finals MVP, 6-time All-Star, and a Hall of Fame lock. 2002, Chris Wilcox. Wilcox had a decent stretch with the Sonics as an energy big who could finish around the rim, but he never became a dominant rebounder or defender and was out of the league within a decade. Carlos Boozer, taken 35th, became a 2-time All-Star and Olympic medalist. In 2003, TJ Ford. Ford was lightning quick and fearless in the lane, despite being undersized. But recurring spinal issues forced him into early retirement. Meanwhile, pick number 18, David West, became a 2-time All-Star and vital playoff contributor. 2004, Rafael Areju, one of the worst busts of the decade. Areju lasted only 3 seasons in the league and averaged less than 3 points. He was taken ahead of All-Star big man Al Jefferson and Finals MVP Andre Iguodala. 2005, Channing Frye. Frye reinvented himself as a stretch big and played a key role in Cleveland's 2016 title run, but he never made an All-Star team. Meanwhile, Danny Granger, taken 17th, became an All-Star and once averaged 25 points per game. Rudy was a consistent 17-plus points per game scorer and had the tools of a star. Athletic, long, smooth jumper, but he never made the leap. Pick number 47, Paul Millsap, made 4 All-Star appearances and was a rock for playoff teams. 2007 Brandon Wright. Wright had a soft touch and good athleticism, but injuries and lack of motor kept him from reaching potential. Meanwhile, 48th pick Marc Gasol became a Defensive Player of the Year, 3-time All-Star, and champion. 2008 Joe Alexander. Elite athlete, but raw skill-wise. Lasted only 2 seasons. Serge Ibaka, picked 24th, became an NBA champion and elite rim protector. 2009 Jordan Hill. A solid backup big. That's it. Meanwhile, DeMar DeRozan, picked 9th, became a 6-time All-Star and a face of a franchise. 2010 Al-Farouq Aminu. Aminu was a versatile defender who contributed to Portland's playoff runs, but offensively, he was always limited. Eric Bledsoe, picked 18th, made all defensive teams and had several strong seasons. 2011 Brandon Knight. Started strong with Milwaukee, had a 19 points per game season, but inconsistency and injuries crushed his potential. Klay Thompson, picked 11th, became a 5-time All-Star and a key to a dynasty. 2012 Terrence Ross. Streaky scorer, slam dunk champion, and once dropped 51 points in a game, but never consistent enough to be a star. Draymond Green, picked 35th, became a 4-time champion and Defensive Player of the Year. 2013 Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. KCP became a reliable 3-and-D guard and won 2 championships. But in that same draft, Giannis Antetokounmpo at number 15, 2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and NBA champion. 2014 Nick Stauskas. Great shooter in college, but never adjusted to NBA speed or physicality. Nikola Jokic, picked 41st, became a 2-time MVP and Finals MVP. 2015 Stanley Johnson. Elite perimeter defender, but never developed his offensive game. Devin Booker, drafted 13th, became a franchise player and All-Star. 2016 Marquise Chris. Unreal athleticism, but low basketball IQ and poor decision-making held him back. Pascal Siakam, picked 27th, became a champion and 2-time All-Star. 2017 Frank Ntilikina. One of the league's best on-ball defenders, but offers very little offensively. Donovan Mitchell, picked 13th, became one of the league's best scorers and a perennial All-Star. 2018 Colin Sexton. Electric scorer, but questions around efficiency, defense, and playmaking linger. Meanwhile, the player picked 11th in that same draft, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He is now the reigning MVP and one of the future faces of the NBA. 2019 Jackson Hayes. Insane vertical, great lob threat, but raw and inconsistent. Hasn't developed offensively or as a rim protector. Tyler Hero, picked 13th, became a 20-plus point per game scorer and 6th Man of the Year winner. 2020 Obi Toppin. Explosive in transition and a highlight machine, but lacks isolation skills and struggles defensively. Halliburton, picked 12th, became an All-Star and elite playmaker and teammate. 2021 Franz Wagner. Smooth, smart, and skilled. Great cutter, shooter, defender, and passer. Almost 20 points per game and improving fast. Easily the best 8th pick in decades. And the Curse's best chance at redemption. 2022 Dyson Daniels. Elite defensive instincts, high IQ, great rebounding guard. Offense still raw. If he finds a reliable shot, he could be a long-term starter. 2023 Jarris Walker. Tough defender, physical presence, still raw offensively. Needs some polish, but Indiana believes in his upside. Injuries slowed him early. So that's it. 25 years, 25 players, 0 All-Stars, 0 Hall of Famers, just 3 rings, all by role players. Meanwhile, picks like number 9, number 10, number 16, number 27, number 35, and even number 60 have produced legends, All-Stars, and champions. The 8th pick isn't cursed because it's low. It's cursed because it should be good. It's a top 10 pick. It should produce stars. It used to produce Hall of Famers. But this century, it's cursed. Maybe Wagner or Daniels or someone else will break the spell. But until then, GMs beware. When the clock hits the 8th pick, history is not on your side.